November, when we retake Congress, among our highest priorities must be to end the nightmare Joe Biden has created on our southern border. Millions and millions and millions of people pouring in unchecked. Nobody knows where they're from. Last week, we had 129 countries represented of people that came into our country illegally. We know nothing about them. We're going to pay a price for many, many years to come. Every day, criminals, murderers, and sexual predators are pouring across our border. Other countries are emptying out their prisons and sending the worst criminals the world has ever known right into the United States. We're like a dumping ground. They're emptying their jails into our country. They don't want them back. They said, let's get them out. Very expensive to keep them. So they're just dumping them right into the United States. They're coming in all different ways, including in the caravans. Just weeks ago, a savage, illegal alien criminal in Pennsylvania, already suspected of 2 prior stabbings, shot an innocent 76-year-old man in the back of the head while the man was out for his morning walk. Earlier this year, a MS-13 gang member, these are the worst of the worst, was sentenced for helping lure a teenage boy to a playground, beating him in the head, and brutally stabbing him 32 times to death. 2 other illegal alien MS-13 gang members in Texas were convicted for raping and murdering a 15-year-old girl in a satanic ritual. We sent MS-13 gang members out by the thousands 2 years ago. We sent them back to their countries or put them in prison. By the thousands. And I want to just thank the great patriots of ICE and the Border Patrol and the police generally. Law enforcement's been incredible in this country. They got to be allowed to do their job. The radical Democrats have turned our country into one giant sanctuary for dangerous criminal aliens. In the Republican Party, we believe our country should be a sanctuary for law-abiding citizens who love America. And if we're going to make America great again, our first task is to make America safe again. No crime. Right here in Milwaukee last year, murders reached an all-time high, and in 2022, homicides are up, listen to this, 38% from 1 year ago. Worst it's ever been. The worst it's ever been. And you can say that about many, almost all, almost every single Democrat-run city in our country. Under a Republican Congress, we should pass emergency funding to hire thousands more police officers, and we will do that, and to put violent criminals behind bars and keep them behind bars. Leave our police alone. Let them do their job. Give them back their respect. They know what to do. We have to allow them to do it. Right? Tim knows. And instead of targeting Republicans, conservatives, Christians, and patriotic parents, the Biden administration should try going in and dismantling the street gangs and vicious criminal cartels that are dominating these Democrat-run cities. And instead of taking guns away from law-abiding Americans, we should try taking them away from the violent felons and career criminals for a change, enforcing existing statutes, they're existing, to get them in jail. Stop and frisk. Let's do it again. If you look at countries throughout the world, the only ones that don't have a drug problem, and they have none whatsoever, are those that institute the death penalty for drug dealers. Sounds tough, but I'm so tired of setting up blue ribbon committees composed of nice people, wonderful people, and they're not going to be successful in dealing with these savages. You know, when I was in China, I said to President Xi, I got along with him very well, but once COVID came, we did a great deal, actually, with them, trade deal, helped our farmers, our manufacturers. But I said to President Xi, maybe naively, do you have a drug problem in China? No. He looked at me like, what a stupid question. No, we don't. The drug problem they have is they send drugs to us. That's our problem. But they stopped doing it, very much so. But I said, President, do you have a drug problem? No, we don't. You don't. I said, wow, that's amazing. What do you attribute that to? Quick trial. I said, what's a quick trial? That means a quick trial. It means exactly what it says, quick trial. And they have the death penalty for drug dealers. So drug dealers say, well, let's get the hell out of China. Let's go to the United States or someplace else where nothing happens to us. If we're going to stop this scourge, and this is a big factor for the crime in our country, drugs, it's time to get brutally tough on the dealers, traffickers, and narco-terrorist cartels who are stealing millions and millions of lives, killing people in our country. If you want to make our country safe for violent, I'll tell you what, if you want to make it safe for violent criminals, just vote for the radical Democrats, because they're never going to change. If you want to make them safe for your family, your children, and for law-abiding Americans, you must vote for Republicans. You have to do it. The drug dealers, each drug dealer kills, we're not even talking about destroying and destruction of families and destroying lives, kills approximately 500 people each over a course of his life, his or her life. Think of that, 500 people. Many kill thousands, the bigger ones. Thousands and thousands of people are killed. I believe we lost last year 250,000 people died from illegal drugs coming over our border. And 2 years ago, we had that down to the lowest number in many, many years. We had the wall. I got the Mexicans to give us 28,000 soldiers. They had no choice, otherwise we would have put tariffs all over the place. They said, we would love to give you the soldiers. We would love to. Free of charge, sir. They were great. They were great. I really like the president. He's a socialist, but that's okay. That doesn't make him a bad person. But we have some real bad ones in this country. But it was amazing, the job we did. Our country doesn't win anymore. We don't win with our military, with education, with trade. We don't win with anything. We just don't win. We're going to start winning again, just like we were 2 years ago.